Hi, this is our second example of using the financial formulas. This is an easy one where we're using the simple interest formula. And there's just some things you have to be careful about that make it a little bit tricky, but it's honestly not that hard. Okay? So this is the problem where Antoine loans $700 to a friend and the friend pays them back $750. I wrote this. $750 a month later. What percentage interest did they earn? And we decided when we looked at this earlier that this was the simple interest formula. And so we just need to put the numbers in and solve it. And it's actually pretty easy. That's why we call this the simple interest formula, because the formula is pretty simple. Okay? So putting everything in the right spot is the tricky part here. And getting one of the numbers exactly right is slightly tricky. So A is the amount at the end. If you look at the problem, that's 750. After a month, he got the 750 back. P is the amount at the beginning, the amount that was initially loaned. Okay? And so that's the 700 that he started with. P shows up here twice. So we've got the 700 that we initially loaned, and then we've got a 700 that's coming in and calculating our interest. So we're looking for R, right? Our interest rate. That's what we want to know. And then N is the amount of time that the loan was made for. Now, you might look at the problem and say, okay, 1 month, N is equal to 1. But we have to be careful here because we always do our time in years. Okay? So if it's 1 month, that's not 1 year, right? That's 1/12 of a year. Okay? So making sure that you put the time in years is going to be crucial for getting this problem correct. Okay? If you miss that, you're going to make a mistake and calculate it incorrectly. Okay? So once you've got that in, the rest of this is super easy. The math here is not hard. So 750 equals 700 plus 700 times R times 1/12. You can subtract this 700 from each side. You get 50 equals 700 times R times 1/12. 700 times 1/12. Let me calculate that real quick. So 50 is equal to R times 58.333333. And if we take 50 and divide by that, we get R equals 0.86 if we round. Okay? So let's not round quite that much. Let's say 0.8571. Okay? And so what we get here is that R is 0.85781. So an 85.71% interest rate. Okay? And so you might look at this and say, oh, he didn't charge him 85.71 interest, right? $50 on a loan of $700 isn't 86%, but it is 86% over the year, right? So $50 over a month is actually only around 7% of $700, 7 or 8%, something like that. But if you would charge that same 7 or 8% every month for a year, it would give you an annual interest rate of 85.71%. Okay? And that's what we're actually looking for when we ask for the percentage. Remember, percentage is always APR, annual percentage rate. Okay? So other than making sure that you grab that 1/12 and getting this problem's pretty simple. The algebra is very simple.